Hi everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. I just wanted to make a video kind of just doing a bit of a quick background on the channel, background on myself, kind of just understand what might be coming out on this channel in the future, my background in sport, and just a bit of an overview to give a bit more, personality to it. I think it's important to kind of just, where your content's coming from, and maybe, some of you can relate to what I'm planning to do and what I have planned in the future, and maybe we can create a bit of a community here, for people who enjoy similar things. So I'm just going to run through kind of myself first. My name's James. I'm 27 years old and I have booked in an iron distance triathlon, which will be my first one in late June. I've done a couple of triathlons before, a sprint distance and an Olympic distance at London a couple of years ago. I was planning to do, a half Ironman or something to that effect last summer, but I had an ankle injury, which basically meant that I couldn't run for, 6 to 8 months. So I'm back now running, have been since about Christmas, just before Christmas. And so in that time, obviously I kind of have bought a lot of, kit to do with running, cycling and obviously swimming. And it seems a waste just to buy them and just use them for myself. I talk about the different things, shoes, watches, even clothing, everything really to do with the sport, especially bikes as well. I talk about it with my mates, but, never take it any further than that. I like talking about these things. I feel like I kind of can give a good average person's perspective on them. And that really, is something that I would like to try and push more and get this discussion going around different things, as new products come out, like let's say the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. I'm not going to be the first person to have them by any stretch, and I'm not going to be able to give the most kind of professional breakdown of these products, but I think I can give a really good idea of what they might do for quite a traditionally normal person, which is how I like to see myself. I'd say I'm, average in a lot of stuff, hence why I've ended up in triathlon, because I can kind of do all of the bits of it, but none of them particularly amazingly. But that's not a bad thing. I feel quite lucky that I'm able to do that. But in the same stretch, I think a lot of people might relate to that, and giving out that opinion, maybe you don't want to hear it, but I think that a lot of people might find it a little bit more refreshing to have something quite relatable, not these professional athletes or close to professional athletes who run, sub 3-hour marathons and cycle 150k at 38 kilometers an hour. It's not going to be that kind of thing. It's I'm not going to use the term average Joe so often, but you know what I mean. If anyone's seen Dodgeball, shout out Average Joes. But it just feels like I have a bit of a space in that area where, from a cost of performance point of view, I'm not getting sent any of these products at all. If I ever do for some reason, then I will, put that as a disclaimer. They'll all be off my own money, off my own opinions. I won't be paid, endorsed in any way. And that, I think, hopefully will just give like a bright, kind of fresh perspective, and also a real perspective on whether a product is actually good or not, because I am not afraid to, say that something is rubbish if it really is rubbish. I have absolutely no issue with that. I will call a spade as far as I'm concerned. So hopefully that kind of stuff is gonna, really give this channel a bit of a fresh perspective, and I'm doing it purely for fun. I'm not doing it from a trying to make money point of view, or really anything other than just kind of enhancing my experience with these products. I feel, like I said earlier, it can seem a bit of a waste to buy these things and only just use them yourself and never talk about them and never discuss them. I've had great conversations with friends about, whilst out on runs, about the new shoes that I've got. How do they feel? What are they for? Are they racing shoes, etc., etc.? And those conversations are actually really interesting, because you find out a lot from the other person about what their experiences have been with similar shoes or shoes of the same brand or whatever. And that's how I want this to come across. It's going to be quite relaxed style. I think a lot of what I'll make will be in this kind of scenario, just point camera, shoot, and just kind of ramble. I mean, a bit of editing here or there for things that need a bit of structure. If you haven't seen it already, first video was up was my Essex Mesa Speed Sky Plus review. Sky Paris. That shows how professional this is, and it kind of makes my point. But yeah, it's something like that. We'll have a bit of structure, but I'll do, some day in the lives, bit of like vlogging, I suppose is what it would be called. Just some of my experiences, what I find good, what I find bad, experiences, and that kind of thing. And hopefully it resonates with some of you, and people just enjoy it. And at the end of the day, that's what I want. I want to enable people to enjoy things as much as possible. I think that's the real core of what I enjoy as a person is other people's enjoyment, because I can kind of live vicariously through that in a weird way. And obviously I also give a damn about my own enjoyment, but I like to try and share that with the people around me, because it makes me happier, makes everyone have a better time. Then that's just better for everyone, isn't it? So yeah, if you've got anything particular that you'd like to see, if you see this video and you got to this point, let me know down in the comments. Drop a subscription, give me a like, just help grow the channel, because I want to reach as many people as possible, to try and just have this discussion, create, like I said, a bit of a community. It'd be amazing if we could long term really just generate a bit of a community about these discussions from a normal person's point of view. And I say normal in a very loose term of what we consider it to be, but something to the effect of, going for a run with your mate, or seeing your friend and having a discussion about these things. That's how I want it to seem, almost, as relaxed as it can be, so that people feel free to, talk freely about how they feel about things. So any ideas, just let me know, pop them down in the comments. Anything particularly you want to see, just say. I've made an Instagram account, so if you go and give that a follow down below as well, I'll be trying to, grow the community through that, and I'll be posting about, running, cycling, that, and any kind of news in that aspect. It might be a bit mixed in, with stories of like my personal experiences, and maybe clips from videos that I can make into little short videos, possibly. Depends on kind of like the time I have, and how I want to kind of push those two things together. But really, final say, just all about creating a community, sharing some knowledge, if I'm going to call what I have knowledge, share my experiences at the very least. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. So thanks for watching.